Would you unmute my mic? What are you doing? Hey, 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 carte blanche. Look at you. Am I gonna see my Aussie people today? I'm gonna see my Aussie people today, and I. Puffy mommy. Hey you. There she is. Puffy mommy. There she is. Uh, Red Stilettos. Are you still gonna like? Do you want to rehash more stuff from the past, or because there's streams where all of this is addressed? You can go back there and we'll see them if you want. We're headed to the future, buddy. You want to meet us there? There's plenty of stuff you can go rehash it if you want. Go ahead. Plenty of videos. They need views. You can go check them out. Make sure you stay for the whole ad though. Thank you. Oh, people. Daniel, what's up, buddy? Oh my gosh, Puffy Mommy. I feel like it's been forever. Where have you been, Puffy Mommy? Of course, Carte Blanche is here. The wonderful Carte Blanche. You are wonderful. You know that. I'm not just saying that. I'm seriously not just saying that. Oh yeah, yeah. Wow, you really have no idea what the hell you're talking about, huh? I hope you can get some sleep tonight. Hey you, hey you, how are you? Oh, I'm so happy to see you here. I hope you get better. Um, we should email sometime. I need to talk to you. You're the best. I love you, Angel. We'll talk soon. Fighter boy, no man. I was gonna give your dad one. Not you, man. I'm just not comfortable giving wrenches to childrens. I don't want it to come back and bite me in the ass or something, you know. Well, technically, technically, nah, whatever. I mean, nah, yeah. I mean, nah. um, we gotta figure this out. We'll figure this out. Yeah. Sure, pal. Hey, again, who are you? What do you do for a living? What exactly are you doing here? Who are you for? Who are you for exactly? You see how I highlighted your comment? I'm not running from it because you're not living in reality. Oh, it'd be nice if they were here, but I mean, no. I mean, if they want to show up, I have. The other day I was looking for them because I wanted to talk to them, but I can talk to them now. I can reach them. So if they want to show up, it's up to them. This was kind of impromptu, and there's no real like I really just wanted to go live and say hi to my peeps, and also kind of rehash some things because I just wow, man, wow. And you know what the thing is that like with this stuff with this stuff that's been going on with this lady and her streams and stuff, and apparently this is gonna be a thing now because now that I've been to now that I've been to her streams and I've seen the history of how she works and stuff like that, this is not gonna end. She's gonna continue talking shit, and my name's gonna be brought up, which it was today a few times, whatever. Um, and the people that I have talked to, that their names are gonna be brought up because that's the way she does. That's the way she does. And so, um, given that that's gonna be the thing, I've checking out her stuff or whatever. I did just a couple of things that were terrible that I saw over there. Now, because I'm not yet set up where I could do my restream stuff or whatever. Getting close, getting close. Another week, I think, another week or two. Um, yeah, okay. Okay, guys, let's check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Okay, you guys that want to come in here and try to try to bother me with this stuff. Okay, doesn't matter how many times you type it. Doesn't matter how many times you say it. It doesn't matter to me how many times you put it up here. This is not going to bother me. Why? Because you guys are not Scotto. You guys will never be Scotto, and you have nothing to do with Scotto. You guys don't care about him. You guys don't. You guys probably even hate him worse than you do me. The thing is that you want to come in here and try to make me feel bad about that, but it won't. You want to know why? Because that's between me and Scotto, not between you guys. So you can type that as many times as you want. It's not gonna bother me. And anything else that has to do with my life, that's personal, that you don't know anything about, it's gonna stay that way. So have fun with your with the stuff that you're bringing up because it doesn't make a difference. Oh well, well why don't you go talk to Pinky then? Go celebrate with her. Why aren't you sucking my dick? You see, there are questions in this universe that like I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, the Scots are cool. That's what it would seem like. But if you have not seen her live streams, like I said, I don't have everything set up to do my live streams. The at least the restreams and stuff like that. You would think differently. Now check this out. There is the other creator that was here last time with me. Tiffany wears t-shirts. Just put out a premiere. Now again, I'm not. I'm hoping that she'll show up and maybe somebody else, some of our other people will show up like that. You guys can see these things because like I made a couple shorts, but right now I'm just like I'm not technically sound. Plus, I got a lot of things going on, so I don't have time to really like put things together now. There are people out there that are making videos just like with Kaiser. Like Kaiser's not the only person who's out here doing fucking crazy shitty things. You know what I mean? He is probably one of the worst, but like he's not the only one. So if you want to check out some stuff, like that I'm talking about, go check out Tiffany wears t-shirts. She's got a lot of content on there about her, a lot of stuff where she goes through live streams, and I'm telling you, there is a lot out there. And it's not, again, I me myself, I didn't want this to go further than than a certain degree as well. But after having gone through what I gone through with her, and having been through some of the stuff that we have well, at least there's things that I experienced and the things that I've seen from other people. I'm all like, this is that's a crazy pattern of manipulation and stuff like that. Now, again, this doesn't mean that like, oh, I'm being like vindictive towards certain things. It's just that you've got to know certain things about this lady that'll then bring you to a different place. Like I said, it's kind of like Kaiser in the sense that where she is a person that manipulates you in the sense that she makes you feel like you're a part of like a family or whatever. Tries to make you feel like you're a part of her group or whatever, and then she'll literally pull the rug from under you, and like she does not care once she's exiled you from her grouping. She has exiled you, and she does it in the very worst ways. It's really bad. It's really bad. What? I don't know what you mean. Well, like I said, I promise you that once I get my stuff together, I will be able to do some restreaming. Again, it's just the technological problems that I'm having right now. It's getting fixed. I'm gonna get back on track. But if I have one of somebody that wants to come along and help me, then we'll be able to see some stuff right now. But really, I just like I'm really hoping that to bring some more bring more of those other people from the other community to come along. Again, again, that's what it would seem like. That's what it would seem like. That's not what's happening. That is not what's happening. Um, Again, I wish but it's easy to dismiss it. It's easy to dismiss it because, like I said, when you look at it through the surface, and again, I'm not saying that I'm not at fault for some of my reputation. I am. I've said it before. I take ownership of that. The thing is that, like, just because that was my reputation doesn't mean that this falls under the same categories whatsoever, not even close. And so that's why I'm adamant about people finding out about this lady, not just because of the hit that my credibility took, thanks to the way she decided to start throwing stuff out there, but because of the way she handles things and who she is. Like I said, this is the kind of stuff that people should be watching, because she's the type of person that when you see a person like Kaiser, you think to yourself, how is it that somebody's like who is so like has all these things in their background and everything can be so like have so many people that have his back and everything, even though after all these facts that have come out. And this lady has been around the internet for like years and has a lot of lore behind it, with a lot of people that she has disgruntled, a lot of people that she's done wrong. There's a lot of history out there, but she still gets groups of people to follow her. And why is that? Because she is a master manipulator, and that has to be that has to be shown a light. Oh, you mean like going on camera, like camera video? I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying. Yes, exactly, exactly. All day, every day. And the thing is that the thing is that, like, I tried look at, there he is. I tried really hard, like, because at first I thought, well, because my thinking, or at least my thought process, is always like, whenever you have a falling out, or if you're getting upset with somebody that like called your friend or whatever, my thought is always, there's always harsher feelings when people are involved that you have cared about, that you've helped, whatever the case may be. When you're that much closer, you're going to have harder feelings when it comes to things like that. So I'm more willing to give, like, the benefit of the doubt when it comes to, like, that initial argument, right? So when you first get into an argument with somebody that pisses you off, right? When it's somebody that you care about, you're willing to say something more hurtful, not only because the person you care about more, but because that person you care about, even the people that you care about, like that closely, you're gonna say very, very harsh things, right? And when you say very harsh things, sometimes you don't mean them. You just don't, right? So I always give people the benefit of the doubt after that first argument. I don't automatically think that whatever they told me is like, even though it was probably some bad stuff, is something that they really, really mean. It just happens, right? So I try to extend a couple of olive branches, just so that I can say, like, hey, you know what? If this is, like, if you're really, like, not wanting to deal with me no more, it's cool. We could just, forget about everything. Like, cool, we're good. Like, I just wanted to, like, that's the way I work. That's the way I do things, because I really don't like having hard feelings towards people that, like, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to continue having hatred and stuff like that. I don't like it. So, like, I extended a couple of olive branches, but she, like, no, she wasn't having it. Okay, I'm like, cool. Well, that's not working. Okay, she don't want to talk. She don't want to talk about me. So I left it alone. 24-hour period passes, and I, I just, of course, and this is something for the people who are not into the YouTube, creation, and are not, like, behind communities and stuff like that. There are some people who have your back, and there's some people who have your back, like, to the point where they'll let you know when stuff is going on, and even though you're not looking for it, you're not trying to let's say, like, pay attention to it or whatever, people will come and tell you, or you'll hear about it some way or somehow, right? And of course, I got a bunch of people telling me that I got emails, I got different messages saying Shannon brought you up like 3, 4 different times in a stream. I'm like, really? I'm like, why? And and um and yeah, and so she I had to go check those things out. Of course, I'm not just gonna go, um because somebody said so. I went to go look at them and stuff, and of course, she was bringing up all the same things that I asked her. Please stop saying that, because the last time we talked, I told her, just, I don't get why you have to call me a scammer or try to make me look bad or whatever, because that's not what happened. But she kept doing it. She kept doing it. And she kept doing it. And she's still doing it. um, and so it's like, okay, all right. Well, I guess I got no choice. I gotta kind of have to clear my name up. I think I did, and I think and if you guys follow like the content creator that was here last time, like I said, Tiffany wears t-shirts. Very nice girl. She has a nice channel. You guys should go check her out. It's right under my mods here. No, thank you. I'm not looking for rich grannies, and she is not that well off or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know where you guys get this idea that I was trying to like see again. That's why I had to say something against this, because it brings up a lot of bad feelings, and those bad feelings, I get why they would be brought up, but at the same time, it's like this situation is nowhere near what that Scotto situation was, and it was even more like, I how could I say it? It was even to a different degree, because I never asked her directly. She came at me with, "Oh, I can help you out," and I said, "Oh," and again, I'm not stupid. I'm also not doing, like, I'm not well off or anything. I mean, I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to get back to, like, where I was a few months ago, and just, like, get back to work and do my things, like, correctly and everything. But you know what? That takes time. It takes time. And so if she want to tell me, cool. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna reject it or anything, right? I mean, I do these streams. If somebody wants to come and donate and help me out, cool, great. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give it back to the channel, and I'm gonna do the best I can to try to help myself out. That's not the issue, and I appreciate her for that. The thing is that continuously calling me a scammer, as if I was somehow, making this happen, or my end goal with her was always to try to get money. That's the part that I have a problem with, because in no way, shape, or form did I ever look at her like, oh, I don't know, she's gonna get me out of a situation, she's gonna get me out of a jam. No, it, almost almost every single person here, uh, that I've met here, that I've wanted to hang out with, that I wanted to be friends with, there is no thought process in my head that says money is all I want from them or something or whatever. By far, that's the last thing I think about. Like, the only thing I'm thinking about is like, oh, this is a cool person, I want to hang out with them. Like, that's it. That's all I think about. So that's why to me it was important to say something about that, because it's like, I don't want people to think that that's some sort of, and I get it. Like I said, I get it. When people bring up the same thing again after so many months or whatever, it's gonna drum up those feelings, and it sucks. It really does. It sucks a lot. I don't like it. So you have to say something about it. I mean, if I just stood quiet while this went on and on and on, right? What does that do anything for anybody? It doesn't. It does. You guys just reinforces the thought process that you guys have already. Because I'm not winning out to people who already think the way that they think, because they already thought that way beforehand. And I'm not trying to change their mind either, because whatever, you know what I mean? I can't. But the thing is that, like, I don't want, where I created goodwill, where I put in good work, for people to think that my end goal was always to try to scam somebody, which it wasn't. And it never is. Thankful. It never is. It never is to scam people. I, 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 I will say, and I'm being absolutely honest. Doing this, doing this has always been. I'll keep it down. Thanks, buddy. Doing this has always been something of a hobby of mine that I've always wanted to do. I feel comfortable in it. I feel comfortable in this kind of space and doing things like this. So I like it. I like it, and I have fun here. But it doesn't mean that I think I'm going to get rich doing it, or I'm going to become a superstar, or I'm going to become famous, or whatever. It's fun, and when it's fun, it's fun. And when you have a good time, you have a good time. So that's really what this is about. But the thing is that like um, hang on, oh shit. Well, I'm sorry that my eyes rolled back on a particular video. Again, you guys, I wish that you know people didn't live in small increments of time on the internet. You would get to know that I'm very neurotic in the way that I hang out. I'm not. It's not that it's not anything that you might think of. I know people always get the wrong idea. But it's just the way I've always been. What do you call it? I get a lot of like little like nervous twitches and stuff like that. It's just I've always been like that. I've always been very facially expressive and stuff like that. It's just the way. It's just who I am. I'm weird like that, and this is one of those things. If um if you guys were to get to know me, you would know that that's pretty natural. But then again, like I don't expect anybody to know me like that. So it's cool. It's fine. Whatever. Think what you want to think. Um, you'll see. I don't. There are those things suss themselves out, right? Those things suss themselves out. When you live in that kind of world, there's a certain type of like way of living, and it'll suss itself out. I don't really have to speak much about that because that's one of those things that like if it's true, it's true. It's not, it's not. Like you can't. Now, does that mean that I've been clean and sober my whole life? No, that's not what I'm saying either. I've dabbled in my things. I was young once, and I also wanted to try things out, just like everybody else. But never fell in deep and never fell in far enough that I felt like I needed those substances to carry on. Sometimes I feel like I leaned on weed a little too much because sometimes I feel like man, like I want to join where like I can't have one like I could like back in the days. Um, but then again, I think to myself like maybe this is good. Maybe this is good. Like like not being able to like just like go get high when things are getting too stressed out. It's really helping me like stand in front of the mirror and like like really look at like who I am as a person. And so in some ways, it sucks that I don't have that escape to like just forget about things, but at the same time, it's also helped me deal with things, like where I have to face them, where you can't just like numb yourself up and not look at them. So that's also been a good thing. Is Tiffany here? Did I? I don't remember. Uh, oh, there she is. Oh, wow. Yeah, you see, Tiffany. Hang on, let me. I'm gonna drop the link, Tiffany. Choo, 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 choo. Oh, I'm glad you made it. I was all like, the last person that's gonna make it is Tiffany. Choo, choo, choo. Scarlet sick? Wait, Scarlet sick? Oh man, come on now. Again, all that stuff that happened over 8 months ago, 9 months ago. Um, it's been hashed out. It's been hashed out. People who are bringing it up now are the people who are trying to make it seem worse, because obviously none of the stuff that had been brought out on me recently has been anything for people to get mad about. It's just and the other thing too is that like these things are brought up, and people are expecting me. They're expecting me to like get nervous or like or do something crazy like, oh no, whatever. But it doesn't, because those things aren't important. They're nothing. And I'm not talking about the Scotto thing. The Scotto thing is very important, and I'm still paying for that, and I still got to do things for him. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is these other situations, like the stuff with Shannon. I didn't ask her for that money. She volunteered it. Like if it was a super chat, put it that way. Put it that way. Put it that way. Put it that we're right here, and somebody brings it up. Somebody brings up, like, like, hey man, I heard you're in between jobs. Yeah, I'm in between jobs, man. Things are not easy. It's hard. I'm having a tough time, whatever. And then boom, somebody drops a super chat, and they say, oh look, this is for you. Like, I hope you get better. Things like that. Okay, cool, right? Pretty much that's pretty much how it happened. I didn't coerce her. I didn't talk to her over time. I didn't. She says that I begged and all this and that, but you're my friend, and we've been talking personally for months. Like we've been on the phone. That's not begging. That's me just telling you what's going on with me. Just like I would with anybody else. If I was a friend with somebody and they called me up and they were having a hard time, I wouldn't be that wouldn't be a dry beg if they're telling me like, hey man, I'm having a hard time because of this, and that, I can't pay rent, whatever. They're just sharing with me things. If I decide to help them, that's on me if I decided to help them. But I did not ask her at all. I never said, hey lady, could you help me out? Yes or no? Like, no, she made an offer. I'm not that stupid. If I need help, I need help. So she made an offer, but I was reasonable about it too. That's the other thing that she decides to gloss over, because, like I said, she was willing. She made it very clear that it was no object. And if I really was what people say that I am, I would have gone for a big target of money, but I didn't. I went for $200 because that's what she repeatedly said that she gave every single month to any channel creator on YouTube that she supported. It, she says it. She says it herself. She says that she does it. She does it every month. She chooses one person that she thinks that is worthy of those $200, and she gives them to her. So that's why I said $200, and that was that. And nothing more, nothing less. What the fuck? Where did that come from? Yeah, yeah, I know that. That I definitely started to find out. But in some cases I entertain it because, like, I want to be able to bring out parts of the story that I wouldn't be able to bring out naturally if I was just talking about it. Kind of gives me a reason to fucking throw that out there. um, hey, did you get the link, or you can't come up? Yeah, but the thing is that, like, it wasn't because I didn't need it. It's like, okay, so if and anybody who takes anything that's given to them should only take it when they're doing bad. Like, you, don't you think that? Do you see the reasoning there? Do you see the over scrutinizing of somebody when we're talking about a situation where if it came in a super chat, nobody would flinch or bat an eye at it. And then again, in the same month, Finko gave me 300 all in one live stream. So again, it's not. You could see it any which way you want to, but the thing is that, number one, I never told her that I needed it for something. She gave it to me, and then I lied and used it for something else. That's number one. So I didn't scam her. Number two, I wasn't trying to. I wasn't like telling her every day that I needed. Like, I needed the money, or taking out little bits and little bits like that. No, she offered it. She offered the help. I looked at it, like, practically, and I said, you know what, I could use a little bit of help right now. I'm in between jobs and situations, and it helped. It really did. I don't think my situation would have been a lot more desperate. I probably would have had to make more moves. I probably would be in more debt had she not let me borrow the money. So I was very appreciative of it. But that's that's all it was. And then after that, it became something completely different. But why? You know? And that's where I was at, because I was like, why did this get so sour? It's not like I didn't say thank you. It's not like I didn't appreciate it, or even put it out there that I appreciate it. Now she says, oh, it's because you made a stream on me. Well, yeah, I made a stream on you, but that was only after like your friends and everybody started making streams on me. So I don't know. I mean, again, there are people that wanted this to be worse than what it was when they first saw it, because I know they did. I know they did. I know when the news came out on this, they were like crossing their fingers that it was another Scotto, and it wasn't. And then with all the stuff about the dick pics and all this and that and everything, and I understand, like I get it. Call it out, like, hey, it's fucking bad behavior, whatever. Like, I own it. I'm sorry, like, I am working on doing better, but that is not my that's not my thing. I was having a vulnerable moment. I was having a weak moment, but whatever. I already talked about it. I'm not trying to relive that, because that's not who I am now. I move forward. We're moving forward. Now, the reason why I bring her up today, um, Tiffany, I'm sorry. Did I did you want to come up? Could you come up? Will you come up? Yeah, sure. You see, this is the thing. Like, that's not how life works. It's not how life works. I'm sorry. Really, I really want Tiffany to come up here, if she can. Um, where you been at, Jamin? You know what? The last time you were here, we were talking about something that I said to you, and I don't remember, dude. I was like, did I say something to Jamin that got him upset? I don't remember that I upset him. Um, oh, she said no. Okay, I didn't see it. I didn't see that. I was getting the last. I'm getting my chicken dinner. Chicken dinner. Mm. That's delicious. Mm. Okay. Mm. Maybe I should have taken a bite of that by now. Mm. Yeah, yeah. But um, it's like when she was here last time. It's not that I really don't wish to go back and forth with her. I mean, I understand where she's coming from and all that. Oh shit! And I said her name, didn't I? My bad, my bad. Shit. It's not like it's not a hatred thing at all. Um, it's just that, like, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. It really does. It does. They're not bothering me. It's not like they're really like making any leeway in that aspect. But I do have a lot of self criticism. Like, like, I internalize a lot of things, because I don't want to relive mistakes and stuff like that. So it does bother me when people start comparing situations, or try to make it seem like that situation is the same, because that's exactly what I'm working away from. Like, I'm working everything in my power to not be what I once was, and that's what I hope I am. That's what I hope I am now. So pushing away from that, and then hearing people trying to bring me back with like certain scenarios, and then even the accusation, it becomes more egregious in my book, and so I fight back. Like, and so I will fight back, like, harder. I'm not going to take accusations lying down. Those things mean a lot nowadays. A lot of people say, yeah, forget about it, whatever, it means nothing, right? Yeah, no, no, it does. It means a lot. Those things carry. They move on. They're with you. That there's no way there's no way that I will be accused of something and I will not face my accuser. That's bullshit. I'm not gonna ignore that. You're not gonna say something about me that's untrue. You if it's something that, like, okay, well, whatever, like things that you, like, people want to make fun of your looks or whatever, things that like they can't really tell, like, oh, you know things about your personal life and stuff like that. Of course, like that's nothing, but things that affect you, like as far as your rep, I'm gonna we're gonna have a talk about it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let you just go ahead and slander me like that. Well, I'm not saying I'm not like the thing is that I'm not saying like that I changed like overnight. I'm not saying that. The thing is that what I'm saying is that I've been working on being better, okay? And I've actually I felt like I've made strides towards that. This situation is not what once was a situation that I might have been in. And so that's why I'm telling you, this is the change didn't happen overnight. Of course not. It didn't happen within the last 5 days. It's happened within the last, like, 6 to 7 months. And trust me when I tell you, I don't, I really don't want to rehash those types of feelings. Now, have I made some stumbles in trying to protect that? Yeah, I have. But I see those errors. I'm picking them up, and I'm trying to clean myself up in that sense. Um, and again, I did have a very terrible week. I'm trying to keep a lot of the more personal aspects of my life personal, and I'm also trying to keep the emotions in control. I do feel like that criticism of me, that I've been a little bit too sensitive. I've been a little bit too open, vulnerable in certain states. Uh, yeah, I have been, but then again, I'm working. I'm working on the proper moments to be vulnerable about things, and trying to express myself in a real way, without having people think that it's a game that I'm playing, or that I'm trying to be I'm trying to be fake in that sense. I'm not. My emotions are not under control. I'm really facing them. I'm really trying to face myself as things that I've never done before. I, I'm a guy that like, my whole life I put off feelings. I put off things. I never face them. I never face things that most adults would, to a certain degree. So I would say that I'm probably immature when it comes to certain emotions, to a certain degree. Um, does that mean that I'm not, like, on a course to try to mature in those ways? Yeah, yeah. I'm really working on that. I will say that having to do a lot of these changes that I'm going through right now, as far as, like, jobs and stuff like that is concerned, it makes it difficult. It makes it difficult because I don't have the therapist that I had, and in some ways that's one of the things that really pulled me to not leave to California, because I think I was doing really good work with him, and I want to work. I want to see if I could get back to getting help from him. Uh, it of course, he says it's neither here nor there, but I mean, he's a therapist, he's a professional, so he's not gonna he's of course he's gonna lead me in the right direction. Um, but yeah, I really felt like I was doing good strides, and I feel like one of the things that induced me to have such a hard time these last 2 weeks is that I didn't have my sessions, and I felt weird. I felt very, very, very. I don't want to say scared. Scared seems like a very hard word to say, but I did feel vulnerable. Like I didn't have my guidance. In a very technical way, I didn't have my guidance. But then again, I'm also an adult, fucking big boy. I got a fucking I can't crutch on things like that. You know what I mean? I can't be lean on things so damn much. I've got to fucking use my own 2 feet and fucking like move forward. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on. That's everything that's going on. Let me see here. I've been. Whoops. There I go now, looking at the chats again. What? You know, I didn't know this was going to be an inquisition on me, but okay. Wow, that's a reach. Yeah, no, that's a whole thing, man. Again, a lot of interpersonal things are woven in there, which, like I said, is nobody's business but mine's Escaro's. Uh, and saying that I'm out here trying to look for old ladies to scam money off of is messed up. It's really messed up because you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not gonna go through the other stuff. I'm not gonna go through the personal stuff. The personal stuff is the personal stuff. I'm not gonna do it. But I've talked to Scotto, and once I get back on track, I'll get back on track. I can't, like again. I wish that I could just like, just say what happened or whatever. But it's not. It's just not. And whatever. Like I said, I'm not. If I really was what people say that I am, there'd be no talking about this. There wouldn't be a stream up where you can come and talk to me about it. There wouldn't be me acknowledging it. Trust me. If I was what people say that I am, I would have been gone. You guys would not know where I went, what happened. I would have just been gone. You know how much easier it is for me to turn off everything, erase everything off the internet, go to some other corner of the internet and start something new? It's much easier to do that. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because it's not right, number one. Number two, I really care about Scotto. I really do. And number three, that it fucking eats away at my conscience. Do you guys get that? Do you guys get that? It really does eat away at me. It really does. It again, it's easy. It's easy for you to assume what I feel because you're not here with me. It's easy for you to try to understand what's going on in my head because you have your own experiences. And it's easy to think that you know the conclusion of this story because you've had your own. But you can't do that. You can't put those experiences onto me. You can't project the feelings that you feel because of your experiences onto me. I'm not those people. Believe it or not, I am angry at myself. I'm very angry at myself. Because there are things that I could have done proactively that probably would have avoided me having to explain so much now. But you know, those are those things. Those little things that I have to clean up on my own. Those little things that like we all like like stumble upon that we forget about or we're not thinking about, and we have to clean up. And so I'm doing that. Again, when you bring up those things, I know you've heard them before. I know you've heard them before. because that's what people say all the time, right? Oh, he's only angry because he got caught. No, no, I'm not angry because I got caught at all. Why would I be? What would I be angry about? That would mean that I would have that I would be that I was afraid of ever people knowing about the situation. I never had any fear of that. There was no denying the situation when it came out. There was no. I'm not scared of people knowing about it at all. It's not that at all. I'm angry or I'm upset with myself because there's a guy out there who is a great guy, who is a good guy, who had my back through thick and thin and was there for me proudly, believed in me, and I let him down. That's what I'm upset about. I am shameful towards myself for letting somebody down who believed in me so much. That's what hurts. Not the fact that people know. Who cares? Everybody can know. They know now. It hurts because I hurt a friend. Yeah, it wasn't all at once. It wasn't all at once. Again, it's easy to look at it like that. It's easy to look at it like that, and it's easy to try to make it out to be this really huge thing. But it wasn't like that. Even Scott will tell you it wasn't like that. I leaned on him. I leaned on him because I wasn't doing great. But it just time passes by, you don't think about that stuff, and then boom, there's a big number. You know? Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. But it's just like you're put it this way. You're having a hard time, right? And so you go to somebody and say, hey, like I'm having a hard time, and they say, yeah, I can help you out. And you're like, cool. They help you out, and they say, hey, whenever you need any help, come back to me. Now this is not a judgment on Scotto. He's being generous. He's trying to help me. So he tells me, hey, whenever you need anything, just hit me up. Cool. And then me in my self-loathing and unable to get myself out of my own way, instead of taking that as a step, like a step towards the direction of doing something for myself, I used it in a way of indulging things that made me feel better, which was wrong. I took advantage of a help that I could have used to do better. And so that's where I was wrong, and that's where I needed to correct myself. And so I did. Now, this whole other situation that happened, this whole other thing that happened a few months later, can't say it was completely out of my control, but it's too personal for me to talk about, and it involves a lot of people, and it's not something that I feel comfortable talking about. And if I did, there are people who have nothing to do with the internet that would have to be brought up, and it's not right. And so for that, I have to leave it at that. Now, if Scotto wants to know those details, I'll be more than happy to give them to him. I'll be more than happy to give him that because he deserves that. But anybody else doesn't. That's all you need to know about that. And like I said, when it comes to Shannon, she decided to help me. She decided to help me because we had personal conversations. She knows a lot of the stuff. She knows it. But when she started talking about things and the way she talks about them, that's why I was hoping that she wouldn't. And I was hoping that she would stop. Because, like I said, there are people who are involved who have nothing to do with the internet. And even if it helps me, if I bring those things up, I'm not gonna, because they're not a part of it. It can be that many days. It can be a bunch of days. The thing is that it's not about the amount of days there is for me getting the money to him getting it. It never was about that. But it doesn't mean that I'm not trying to do it as timely as I possibly can. Nobody wants to be in debt forever. The point is that of course God will tell you himself. He doesn't want me to go broke by paying him. That would be against what we were trying to do in the first place. It'll come. It will come. For those of you that doubt me, it will come. It's not outside the realm. And I've been really putting a lot of work into making sure that this time we are more settled in and a lot more routine about it. Um, but like I said, I can't. If you guys, if it's one of those things that I can't do anything but laugh about it because like if you guys only knew, you guys, this would be a whole different story. But whatever. Again, I just hope you know that if I am a scammer, if I am the things that have been said about me, then I'm the worst. I am the worst at doing what I'm doing. I'm terrible at scamming because in my the length of time that my channel has been around for me to do this kind of stuff, I've apparently got caught twice, and I haven't really taken anything significant in the grand scheme of things. I'm not saying that it's Scotto. I owe Scotto my life. But what I mean is that like after that, the only other thing that people can accuse me of as far as grifting is concerned, or say scamming is concerned, are those $200 from Shannon. But she said it herself. It was a donation, so there was no scam, and I have not scammed anybody. You can, by all means, if you don't like me, if you don't care for who I am, because you think that I'm a fair weather friend, or you think that I'll never pay back Scotto, by all means, you can believe that all you want. But you can't call me a scammer. That's not only is not fair, but that's not true. It's not. It's not. No, no, that's not how that works. I would never do that. I don't. You don't. You don't. You, I'm not gonna take the help from Paul to pay back Scotto. No, but I am gonna get back on track to paying back Scotto. Like I said, I understand. I understand where all the bad feelings lie. I understand where that comes from. But Scotto knows that this is not for me. It's never been about me trying to screw him over whatsoever. Like again, for somebody who wants to deceive, who wants to be this person who's trying to do these bad things, I'm doing a terrible job of hiding away or running from it. Leaving would be the easiest thing to do. Nobody wins, but I'm not doing that, and it's not for you guys. It's for Scotto, and it's for the self that feeling that like dude, like I feel horrible. I do. Having that debt on Scotto feels horrible. It feels bad. Every time I see him, like it hurts. But whatever, like I'm not gonna sit here and always be trying to tell Scotto I'm sorry. Like he knows it. But at the same time, like I'm letting you guys know, I do live with it. That's why it's gonna get paid back. It's to rebuild that feeling of hurting somebody. And if it helps mend a friendship, I thought was really cool. I mean, again, you guys, Scott was such a great guy. If you guys have him as a friend, please keep him as a friend. Do your best to keep him as a friend. He's a good guy. I hope it does help us mend our fences. Wow. Wow. You know what, Red Stilettos? You know what, Red Stilettos? You saying that just proves what you're here for. Uh, it proves what you're here for. It proves what you're here for. You just want to see me go down. That's your thing. Because even if um things were like that, even if I did need help because I was doing bad like that, you should never wish that on anybody, dude. You should never want somebody to get more drugs if they're doing that bad, dude. That's fucking, like I know you're a troll, and I know inside whatever you're thinking right now, you're probably having a good laugh or whatever. But that's not it, man. You got that shit all wrong, bro. What? Yeah, well, okay, but Mirrors, the thing is that, like, who's gonna who how, what does that mean exactly? I forgot when I was up here streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When was my last stream? Can you guys count? When was my last stream? And if people think that I've just been wasting my time and stuff like that, why am I doing streams at a bus stop? You guys, it's like you guys want to make sense of the things you want to make sense of, but you don't want to see reality as it is. I've said enough. If you don't understand what's happening, it's because you don't want to see what's happening. It's because you're already making me out to be something that you want me to be. That's not reality. You want me to be the bad guy. You want me to be the person that doesn't pay back Scotto. You want me to be a old lady scammer. That's what you want from me. That's why no matter how much I put out there, you're not going to be satisfied. It doesn't make sense, does it? All you got to do is pay attention to what's happening. The effort is there. The money will come. I'm gonna take all the steps necessary to do what I can to pay it back in a timely fashion. Again, things happen. I wish that I could do everything I can to change everything, but I can't. Those things happen. They happen. Oh well. But one thing I could tell you, from the last time to this time, I'm much stronger. I'm much smarter, and I'm doing better. I don't need to lean on anybody. I don't need a granny. I don't need anybody to help me out like that. But you'll see. There's nothing else I can do but show, right? Oh my god. Again, you guys, it's like it goes in one ear and out the other. You, yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. And yeah, he is. What again? Have I ran? Scott was open about the situation. Yes, he is, and so am I. So who's running? Who's scared of the truth when I'm here facing it? It's you guys that are making up all this other crazy nonsense, putting feelings into my sphere, putting things into my heart that are not true. Do you understand? It, again, if you continuously to think the things that you're thinking about me, you're not going to see the changes. You're not going to see the effort. You're not going to see me trying, and you're going to dismiss me. Yeah. You guys, again, the ones that don't want to see it don't want to see it. Then I'm not going to change them. I'm talking to the people who actually do. The ones that actually were affected. The ones that actually were disappointed. Those are the people that I'm talking to. I'm not talking to you idiots that come over here. RTL. I'm not talking to you guys. You guys are here to do what you do. That's fine. I'm talking to the people that are really disappointed. I'm talking to the people that really care about Scotto, and I'm talking to Scotto. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about this whole time. It's such a waste of time talking to idiots like you guys, mental midget, and that other idiot. I think it's RTL. You guys are so dumb. It's like I've been saying this the whole time. It's like the number one crux that keeps me going, the thing that allows me to sit here and talk about something that would make anybody else uncomfortable is that feeling of being guilty of hurting someone that I care about. People who don't care don't care. If you don't give a damn about people after you've taken advantage of them, after you've hurt them, you walk away without a care in the world. I couldn't do that. I won't do that. I'm glad, Noma. I hope you. I hope you get popular. I'll sub and you get you get going started. Um, damn. It's a little late. I gotta drop down because I I gotta go to work tomorrow. But yeah, I wish I could stay longer. I, oh well. But anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you everybody for showing up. Stop it, Norma. You guys are awesome. Thank you for showing up. You guys hope to see you guys on the next one. I don't really have a schedule right now as far as like doing the lives. I'm hoping that by the end of the month I'll have enough to get the stupid motherboard thingy. But if not, like, well, we're just gonna have to keep going like this until we get there. But yeah, I hope everybody can stay patient. I'm trying to do the best I can to try to put things out there, but right now my schedule is way too erratic, and I really don't want to let up on staying overtime and stuff like that. So um, I'll see you guys when I see you. Carry on, and hopefully we can we can get more consistent a little later. But I appreciate everybody for showing up. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys around.